Today, I will talk about a topic called natural resources. So, here I have a paper, and I have a questions for this paper. Where does this paper come from? Well, we need to go a trip down the road. Well, before this paper is made, it needs to come from a source. Well, the source is the wood. So the factory used the wood and then they make paper in the factory. Then they delivered it into the bookstore and I bought it. Here, this paper, I bought it from a bookstore. So this paper is made by wood. And wood is a kind of resources. So wood, we call it natural resources. So what is natural resources? Well, natural resources means the resources comes from nature. So what does mean natural resources? So trees can be replaced in a reasonable amount of times, and we called it renewable resources. Why? Because tree can be replaced in the human lifetime. I can see the plants grow from months to months and years to years. So I can see it with my eyes. So what about non-renewable resources? Well, non-renewable resources is like the straw. Well, the straw, this is made from oil or coil. It is plastics. And it is made also from factory, but it is made from the oil coil. And oil or coils are non-renewable resources. So what mean non-renewable resources? Non mean not, renewable means cannot be replaced. Resources, so our resources cannot be replaced in a reasonable amount of time. So that means non-renewable resources. So back to renewable resources. So now we talk about what kinds are renewable resources and also non-renewable resources. Well, we know trees are renewable resources. What else? Animals, winds, sun, waters, and soils. Those 6 ones are renewable resources that can be replaced. And what is that resources we use for? Well, starts as a sun. When we use the sun, make electricity. Well, people use the solar panels to catch the light from the sun to transform to electricity for house to use like the light I have here. What about wind and water? Well, wind turns the turbines and that motion creates electricity too. As the hydro waters move through them, that motion also make electricity. So we have noticed that the sun, water, and wind, we use it also in one go is make electricity. So now we move to non-renewable resources. Well, non-renewable resources, maybe they have oil, coal, natural gas, minerals, also fossil fuels. Those are 5 things that are non-renewable resources. So what can they do? What do they use to do? Well, they would use oils to make this straw or a thing that's plastic, pen, Well, natural gas, maybe we make gasolines, or coils we used to burn to make electricity too. So that's are some things that they use the non-renewable resources for. So now I will talk about the benefits, the good ones, and the drawback, the bad ones in each resources, non-renewable and renewable resources. So let's start with non-renewable resources. Well, non-renewable resources, maybe you think that they don't have benefits, but they do. Well, they have some benefits like they easy to carry or transportations. And if you want to build a factory that burns coils, well, we can build it in the middle of the city. So it's easy to carry and transportations. And also, if we burn it, it creates a lot of electricity or energies. So maybe it has a lot of energy. We burn it just a little bit, but it goes a long way. So it has a lot of energy and also it's easy to burn. So now what about the drawbacks? Well, it's non-renewable resources, so it cannot make again. It is finite. So it's also when we burn the oil and coal to make electricity, it also release the greenhouse gases. Those gases warm up, move to the air, warm up the earth, and makes the climate change. It makes the glacier melts, and also it creates the earth being to warm up or rise the ocean level. So now we're going to look at the renewable resources. Well, they have some good ones, like they can reproduce in a reasonable amount of time, so we can see the plants and animals reproduce. And also the plants helps to reduce the greenhouse gases that people burn oil and coal make. So it can maybe reduce the greenhouse gases, but they do have some drawbacks, like it is difficult to storage and transportation, and it is inconsistency in energy. So like if we want to make electricity, well, when we use turbine, we need a large area to tons of turbine to move. We cannot put the turbine in the middle of the city where buildings and cars are moving. So like we cannot make a dam inside cities. So the dams needs a rivers or a large space for moving up and moving down the water. So that's some drawback. So that was on our topic today. Remember, natural resources are the resources that comes from nature, and non-renewable resources are the resources that we cannot be replaced, and renewable resources are the resources that can be replaced. So thank you for listening. Goodbye and see you. Have a great day. Bye. See you soon.